Hi, this is Christian, and welcome to NFL Updates Express, your weekly dose of NFL news, coming your way Week 17 predictions. In the Spotlight Game of the Week, it's the Minnesota Vikings as they travel to Lambeau Field to take on the Green Bay Packers in the right to hoist the NFC North crown. Now the Packers, well, they've been doing okay, but after getting smacked down by the Arizona Cardinals, one of the league's best teams, the Packers will need to refocus in order to win this game against the Vikings team that is hungry to win the North for the first time since about 2010, if I remember correctly. The Packers, well, Aaron Rodgers, he needs to make some more precise passes because against Arizona, and I know it wasn't his fault because his offensive line wasn't playing well, but Rodgers just needs to get the ball out quick, and they need to get some short routes to Cobb, James Jones, and run the football because I think that's their biggest key. If they can run the football well, the Packers will be a pretty solid team. The Vikings, though, I think they're playing at a better level, and with Stephon Diggs playing really well, Teddy Bridgewater playing smart football, I say the Minnesota Vikings get the NFC North crown. Dylan's prediction is the Minnesota Vikings. It's a great matchup when the New York Jets travel to Ralph Wilson Stadium to take on the Buffalo Bills. Now these two AFC East rivals are fighting for a lot more than just a win. The Jets are trying to get into the postseason, and with a loss, because the Steelers, well, they lost to the Ravens, then that means that the Jets, they win and they're in. But a loss here, that means that the Steelers could get in with a win against the measly Cleveland Browns. So the Jets basically need to win this game. The Bills, they don't have much to play for except trying to spoil the Jets season and trying to get into the postseason, capturing the 6th seed potentially. Even the 5th seed is also in reach. And with the Bills, well, they don't have LaShawn McCoy playing in this game, but they do have Tyrod Taylor that can create some havoc against the Jets defense that's playing pretty solid. Overall in this game, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick and Brandon Marshall have too good of a thing going on, and I think the New York Jets are headed to the postseason. Dylan's prediction is the New York Jets. It's a battle in the NFC South when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Bank of America Stadium to take on the Carolina Panthers. Now the Panthers suffered their first loss last week in the Georgia Dome at the hands of the Atlanta Falcons 20-13. And now they could lose home field advantage if they lose this game. So this is actually a pretty important game for the Panthers. And the Buccaneers would love to pillage their chances and spoil the Panthers' home winning streak as they've won every game at home so far. And with the Panthers trying to get home field advantage so they don't have to go to a place like Arizona, who's playing unbelievable right now, that would benefit the Panthers, so this game is important for them. Jameis Winston could have a big day against the Panthers secondary that might not have their starting safety Kurt Coleman in. And so if Tampa Bay can get some of their receivers like Mike Evans going, then I think Tampa Bay could be in for an upset, but I think Carolina in playoff position. They need this win, they'll get the win, and they'll head to 15-1 to close out the year. Dylan's prediction is the Carolina Panthers. It's a great matchup at the University of Phoenix Stadium in Arizona when the Seattle Seahawks take on the Cardinals. Now the Cardinals, well, we've already know they're one of the best teams, and after dismantling the Green Bay Packers, one of the NFC's better teams, it looks like the Cardinals could be on their way to Super Bowl 50. But they want to make sure the road goes through Glendale and not through Charlotte. But the Panthers slip up against Tampa Bay and a Cardinals win against Seattle, that means that the Super Bowl would run through Arizona. But I don't know if Carolina will slip up against Tampa Bay, but the Cardinals have to play to win anyway. With both teams playing at the 425 slot, that should mean for 2 competitive games. The Seattle Seahawks, well, they'd like to get that bad taste out of their mouth after a tough loss against a Rams team with Case Keenum and Tavon Austin that always play the Seahawks really tough. Overall, though, I think the Cardinals have a little bit more to play for, and at home, I think the Arizona Cardinals with Larry Fitz and Carson Palmer get the job done. Dylan's prediction is the Arizona Cardinals. The player of the week is New York Jets quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now with a win needed against the New England Patriots, Ryan Fitzpatrick came through in the clutch, delivering a big touchdown pass in overtime to wide receiver Eric Decker, and the Jets are now in pole position to make it to the playoffs this year. Let's check out the final scores and recap for Week 16. It was the Raiders defeating the Chargers on Christmas Eve in overtime, 23-20. The Redskins on Saturday Night Football the day after Christmas by the score of 38-24. It was the Bears over the Buccaneers, 26-21. The Falcons shocking upset over the Panthers, 20-13. The Jets big win in overtime over the Patriots, 26-20. The Texans dominating win over the Tennessee Titans, 34-6. The Chiefs over the Browns, 17-13. The Colts over the Dolphins, 18-12. The Lions over the 49ers, 32-17. The Bills over the Cowboys, 16-6. The Ravens big upset over the Steelers, 20-17. The Saints over the Jaguars, 38-27. The Rams upset over the Seahawks, 23-17. The Cardinals over the Packers, 38-8. The Vikings over the Giants, 49-17. And the Broncos on Monday Night Football getting the win in overtime over the Bengals, 20-17. My record prediction was 11-5. Dylan's was also 11-5. My record prediction for the entire year is 147-93. Dylan's is 137-103. The upset of the week was Panthers Falcons, and the most entertaining game was Patriots versus Jets.